Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So eventually we always get these pullbacks in the market. That's just the nature of the beast. The market breathes in and out, and while it might be frustrating, especially for those of us deep in altcoins, this is actually a healthy part of the cycle. But let's be real, it kinda sucks, right? We're watching Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs, making headlines, grabbing attention, pulling in institutional capital, and meanwhile, some of our favorite altcoins? Yeah, they're up 8%, 9%, maybe even 13%. But let's not kid ourselves, they're not exploding just yet. We're not in full-blown altcoin season, not even close. But you know what? That's perfectly fine, because timing in crypto is everything. And those who have been around long enough know that patience pays off, and I mean big time. This phase right here, the calm before the storm, is where generational wealth is often built. I strongly believe, and I mean strongly, that some of these altcoins are going to go absolutely ballistic this bull cycle. Coins that are quietly laying the groundwork right now, forming partnerships, improving utility, getting their tokenomics right, those are the ones that are going to reward the early believers. And one of the projects I still believe has massive upside potential is none other than Zebec Network, ZBCN. Let's zoom in on some data. I was scanning through the crypto bubbles earlier, always a fun way to visualize what's happening, and I took a close look at coins ranked between 101 and 200 in terms of market cap. And you know what stood out? ZBCN, up 13%. That's not a small move for a mid-cap altcoin. And right there alongside it, you see XCN and Telcoin also putting up solid numbers. If you've been following my channel for a while, especially my Zebec-focused videos, you've probably heard me say this before. A lot of ZBCN holders tend to also hold XCN and Telcoin. It's not universal, but there's overlap. There's a sort of ecosystem of mid-cap payment or finance-related tokens that people are betting on. So seeing all three showing signs of life, that's a really good sign. It's like the early rumblings before something bigger starts cooking. Now let's talk about some serious Zebec news, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and the team is definitely not asleep at the wheel. Just 2 hours ago, Zebec V posted a major update. The headline? We're leveling up our treasury operations. So what does that mean? Zebec just announced that it will be managing its treasury with Uphold Institutional, a trusted financial platform that services over 10 million users, both retail and institutional. That's a massive move. Uphold is not some random fintech startup. This is a real player in the space, and guess what? They currently hold almost $100 million worth of ZBCN tokens across their institutional and retail wallets. That's a pretty significant stake. And this partnership is part of Zebec's strategy to expand institutional adoption in major markets like the US and UK, a key step toward getting taken seriously by large financial players. And look, institutional adoption doesn't happen overnight. It's slow, it's strategic, it involves compliance, regulation, trust. So to see Zebec making moves in this direction, that's bullish, very bullish. Now here's a post I came across that really puts things into perspective. Zebec is disrupting a potential trillion-dollar industry. Read that again, a trillion-dollar industry. That's not just hype, it's a reminder to zoom out. Because while a lot of investors get caught up in short-term price swings and FUD from social media, the real value of a project lies in what it's trying to accomplish. And what Zebec is building, a real-time streaming payment system on the blockchain, has the potential to completely transform how we think about payroll, remittances, and cross-border transactions. But here's the problem. Most people won't see it. Most people will call it a scam because they don't understand the tech, they don't look into the fundamentals, and they don't have the patience to wait. They're the same ones who called Cardano a scam, the same ones who said Solana was vaporware. It's the same cycle over and over again. Let's look at this comparison graphic, and it really hits the point home. Traditional payments, slow monthly payroll, high fees, middlemen, complicated systems, cross-border limitations. Zebec solution? Real-time streaming payments, near zero fees, direct P2P transactions, automated payroll, global access across chains. It's not just a better system, It's a fundamentally different architecture, one that aligns with the future of how money should move. Now let's dive into something even more exciting, something we've all been waiting for: buybacks. That's right. After weeks and weeks of speculation, updates, and silence, we finally got confirmation of the May buyback. Just 11 minutes ago, Zebec dropped the info. May buybacks are complete. We bought back nearly 15 million ZBCN tokens worth about $60,000. The buyback program is growing in parallel with the Zebec card suite and the acquisition of Science Card UK. That's great to hear. The delays in May were apparently due to acquisition accounting. Understandable, but now that everything's back on track, we're set for monthly buybacks again. This is a key part of Zebec's tokenomics, using real revenue to reduce supply and reward holders. Want to see how it compares to past buybacks? Let's break it down. February 2025, 50 million tokens, but the price of ZBCN was much lower back then. March 2025, again 50 million tokens, worth around $50,000. May 2025, just under 15 million tokens, but worth $60,000, meaning the price of ZBCN is clearly trending upwards. So yes, the quantity of tokens bought back might be lower, but the value is higher. That's a very healthy sign for the long-term price action of the coin. Speaking of price action, let's talk ZBCN charts. But before we go there, I want to set the stage by looking at XLM, Stellar Lumens. XLM is currently sitting at a market cap of $14.4 billion, and in the last 7 days, it's up a whopping 84%. That's huge. And you know what? ZBCN operates in a similar vertical: payments, finance, global transfers. So if XLM can rally like this in a matter of days, who's to say ZBCN won't follow suit? Timing is everything. Let's check out the ZBCN numbers real quick. 7-day performance, up 41%. 24-hour performance, up almost 15%. Current price, 0035's market cap, around $303 million. Volume spike, up 72% in 24 hours. And that's without a Binance or Coinbase listing. Just imagine what could happen when, not if, those listings arrive. I've been saying it every video, but I'll say it again. Maybe this time it's real. On the technical side, let's examine the chart. Right now, on the 4-hour time frame, the indicators are still showing bearish momentum. But here's what's interesting. We've got a double bottom forming. If you've been in the game long enough, you know what that could mean. Historically, a double bottom is a reversal pattern, a sign that the downtrend might be over and we could be setting up for a move upward. Earlier this year, we had a double top, and that signaled a trend reversal to the downside, and that's exactly what happened. So now we've got the inverse, a double bottom, potentially signaling a move to the upside. With Bitcoin pumping and sentiment improving across the board, I wouldn't be surprised if ZBCN breaks out soon. But we'll see. We'll monitor it closely. So now I'll throw it to you. What do you think? Is ZBCN ready to explode and join the list of 10x to 50x coins this cycle? Or do you think it's going to fizzle out slowly and fade into the background? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear your thoughts on this one. And hey, are you still holding ZBCN? How long have you been in the project? What price did you buy at? Disclaimer: this is not financial advice. Everything in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Please do your own research and consult with a professional before making investment decisions. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and smash the notification bell so you don't miss the next update. Catch you in the next one.